What is up, brothers and sisters? Can all hear? Guys, we're going to get a decent-sized gap up tomorrow in the markets due to the Nvidia earnings. You could see the QQQs is already just cooking and booking here. We got a flag pattern even at night. Futures traders are probably having a lot of fun. But the story of today, and I apologize, I'm in a hotel, I'm at a wedding. Story of today is the Nvidia earnings. I think they didn't look like anything special, but hey, in this market, special doesn't matter. You could have the shittiest earnings and the stock's going to go. You're taking out some ranges here. And, dude, this is going to put the whole semiconductor sector on watch. Guys, and a lot of stocks have been running in advance to NVIDIA's earnings. So just be mindful. If you get too big of a gap tomorrow, the opening gap may fade off a little bit because a lot of these stocks have been going in anticipation to NVIDIA. You know, when you see all this nuclear stuff, Bitcoin, AI stuff, a lot of this is, right, NVIDIA based. So just kind of be mindful of that. You know, the chart looks fantastic. It's got a gap up, but I wouldn't chase everything off at the open, you know, but there's some good-looking stocks that are going to be offshoots of this, right? So you have, you know, AVGO. This is something, you know, we've been talking about in our chat room for a while. From 232, I think we had the 235 calls. I'm not currently in those. I have just comments, but this is going to break out. And, dude, this is probably the leader of the group now. It's the only one that's busted into all-time highs, right? So this is going to be something we want to participate in. Man, everything looks good, right? So this is going to be the tricky part. When everything looks good, right? What happens? Like, so, you know, you can even see here, right? You got bottoming pattern on AMD, dude. There's going to be just some hot heaters tomorrow. So we just got to be a little bit, I think, pragmatic. Yeah, we got to be a little pragmatic. You know, a lot of things are overheated. There's some good-looking stocks like this out there. But we do want to make sure, like, you know, you can see this is a huge breakout here. But we want to make sure we're not chasing some big gap up because you can see how far and extended everything is from its MA. So you want to be a little bit careful here. I think HIMS has got a kicker candle here. You broke under the 20. You're remounting over. Guys, I haven't longed this. I've been talking about this for a while. Till it remounts, how I do these on the pullbacks, till it remounts this 9 EMA, like I'm not really interested in it. That's my confirmation. So I apologize, I don't got a mouse on me, but I like the overall look of that. Oklo is actually something I'm watching for a double top tomorrow. If the market gets a big gap up and this hits 60, I think I'm willing to take this thing short for maybe the day and maybe even a couple days, you know, who knows. But, like, it's come a long way. It was $15, $16 just a little bit ago. So just got to be mindful. I think Palantir could get some run tomorrow. And then, dude, there's a whole host of these. I think anything AI-related is going to go. So, like, something like this, NBIS, SoundHound. You know, and I'm actually kind of interested on a longer-term basis on this Rivian. If you look here, right, huge base on this thing. I apologize, I don't have a mouse, so I'm just scrolling in and out like an idiot. But you got this kind of breakout here, but you got this big run, pullback. Now, this thing doesn't move that well. It moves 5% a day, but I think you got to do the options on it. You know, you would probably go in, you know, maybe a couple weeks out, and they're still pretty cheap. Like even, you know, if you go out to next week and you get, say, the 17s, they're at fucking 15 cents, right? So I think the options are pretty cheap on these bad boys. So we can roll in with something like that. IONQ, got a flag pattern on this. And look, with the NVIDIA thing, we want to be in the quantums, nuclears, all this. I do think some of this gap fades off tomorrow just because they've been running it advance. So just kind of be mindful of that. But, dude, you got a good spot over here, too. SMCI is another one, right? You have this, like, awesome... Dude, you got this awesome push, right? You got this awesome push here, and you pulling back here, and you're just flagging out here. Like, that's a good look to it. Like, I think you can, you know, manage your risk pretty well on something like that. I got this OSUT too. This is a swing trade that I'm in, but I like the overall look of this. This is like, you know, the right sector, the right time. I do a little research on this company. I actually got this idea from the All-Star Charts conference, and somebody had been talking about the technology and just the right market, right time. And so I was adding this up down over there, and I think this one's got a chance to kind of hit into that 17, 18 zone. Spotify's at a breakout right here. So if you check out Spotify here, you're right at the flat top breakout. You're testing out this level here. Dude, stop under 90 EMA. I think you're like in a good spot over there. And dude, there's so many of these bad boys, right? But hey, one thing to remember is like if the nuclears do go, you know, you got a 2-day pull on NNE from 37 down to the 90 EMA. Like that's probably the one that we want to take a part of. And then, you know, watch this Unity too. You got a big range break on this, 15 million share, 15%, had 36 million shares in volume. If you see here, like, you had a really big volume stick on this one. Pretty good. Like, I think that's going to be in play too. So, guys, a little bit more speculative one, this Bumble. You know, we've been talking about this for a few days. I think this is just a swing trade. It's only going to move like 20 cents a day, but I think this is one of those ones, like if the market stays hot, you know, you're going to wake up one day, it's going to be like $9-10. You'll be like, fuck, it took a long enough time, but it got there. Hey, Batu. Come here. Batu. Choo. Say hi. All right. So that's the list I'm sticking to. Guys, keep an eye on all these semiconductors, AI names, you know. Dude, AVGO and some of these could just go nuts. Like maybe even finally a TSM or something. Hold on, I'm on the web version of fucking TC2000. Even TSM's got a nice flag on it. TSM's another one of those. I feel like you got to do options on it. Like it's got okay range, but $4 on 200 is not enough. But so you got to trade the options on it. But big, nice, juicy list. I think the market is still going to continue, but be careful. Tomorrow at the open, you may get a little sell the news event. I love you guys. Peace.